Welcome to all of you. In this video, I will discuss about the paper of Business Mathematics and Statistics 2015 BCOM I Sargodha University. And now I am going to discuss with you about the solution of this paper. First question, as usual, about the short questions. Answers of the questions are given here. You can pause the video and see the answer. First question is asked about the definition of statistics. Second question is about the definition of median, which is average. Statistics is a science to calculate the average, and there are a lot of other things in statistics, not only average. It is a science of counting and probability. It is the science to calculate the dispersion of the data. It is a science which is the branch of applied mathematics. We deal statistics into 4 different parts: collection of the data, organization of the data, analysis, interpretation and presentation of the data, or we can say that it deals with all aspects of the data. Variance, I already discussed in previous paper about the dispersion. It is a measure of an absolute dispersion. Formulas are also given here. Probability is the statistical measure to calculate the chance of occurrence or non-occurrence of something, or happening or not happening something. Sampling, alternative, hypothesis, correlation, discount, all these answers are given here. You can pause and see the answers. Constant, linear equation, identity matrix, arithmetic progressions, answers are also given here. Now we move to the main section 1, and that is about the calculation of mean deviation, standard deviation and coefficient of variation from the following data. Data is given here. So here classes are given here, frequency is also given here. It is better that we should calculate the class boundaries, because the upper limit of first class and lower limit of second class is not equal. So simply just subtract these two values, 85 minus 84, divide the result by 2, that will produce 0.5. Subtract the 0.5 from the left side and just add up 0.5 to the right side, and it will produce the class boundaries. After that, I always discuss with you that to take class boundaries, take class mark and cumulative frequencies in some cases. For example, if we are going to calculate median, quartile, decile and percentile, we need cumulative frequencies, but here there is no need to calculate cumulative frequencies, because median, quartile, decile and percentile are not required. So only one thing which we need here more, and that is the class mark. So how can we calculate class mark? Just simply add up these two class boundaries and divide the result by 2. That will be 74.5. 84.5 plus 64.5 divided by 2 equals to 74.5. And what is the difference here? Difference is 20. So just add up the difference of 20 in each subsequent value. So 74.5 plus 20, 94.5 plus 20, 114.5 plus 20, 134.5 plus 20, 154.5 and so on. Now next important thing is the formula. What is the formula for mean deviation, standard deviation and coefficient of variation? Mean deviation, the formula for mean deviation is sum of f x minus median divided by sum of f, as you are seeing here. Mean deviation, sum of f multiplied by x minus mean, and these bars indicates you that you must ignore the sign of minus while calculating this. So simply we need here first of all mean, because we are going to subtract each value of x from mean. So formula for mean is equals to sum of fx over sum of f. So first of all we need the product of fx. F is given here and x is given here. So simply multiply these two items one by one, and sum of fx will be equals to 7350. Sum of f is 60. So just putting the values into this formula, mean is 122.5, and after that subtract each value of x from the mean 122.5. So 74.5 minus 122.5 equals to 48 while ignoring minus signs. 94.5 minus 122.5, 28, and so on. And after the calculation of x minus mean while ignoring minus signs, just simply multiply each value with f. So 48 multiplied by 9, 432, 28 multiplied by 10, 280, and so on, and sum is 1696. So after putting the values into this formula, mean deviation from mean is 28.27. Second requirement is here the standard deviation. Formula of standard deviation we already discussed several times that there are a lot of formulas to calculate standard deviation, but I think the simplest formula is sum of fx square over sum of f minus mean square whole under root. So we need one more calculation, and that is the calculation of f sum of f multiplied by x square, which is equals to fx multiplied by x, that will be equals to fx square. So 49952 and so on, and sum of fx square is 97335. So after putting the values into this formula, standard deviation will be 34.87. Third requirement is the calculation of coefficient of variation, which is equals to standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. All these measures are already calculated here. Mean is 122.5, standard deviation is 34.87. So just simply put up all these values into this formula, and coefficient of variation will be 28.465. Question number 3, that from the following data calculate correlation coefficient and regression equation y on x and x on y. We need 5 different calculations: sum of x, sum of y, sum of xy, sum of x square, sum of y square. Sum of all these calculations are given here: 102, 299, 3810, 1308, 11115. So simply first of all calculate mean of x, that will be equals to 11.34, mean of y 33.23, standard deviation of x will be equals to 4.09, standard deviation of y will be equals to 11.43. These standard deviations we do not use here f because the data is ungrouped data. So in ungrouped data there is no frequency, so standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y are given here. So finally put all these values into the formula of correlation coefficient, and correlation coefficient is equals to 0.99, which indicates the positive relation. After that we are going to calculate two regression coefficients. In this video I use the formula for regression coefficient x on y equals to correlation coefficient multiplied by standard deviation of x divided by standard deviation of y, and for regression coefficient y on x formula is correlation coefficient multiplied by standard deviation of y divided by standard deviation of x. And after putting the values into these formulas, regression coefficient x on y is 0.353 and regression coefficient y on x is 2.772. Regression equation x on y is equals to x minus x bar equals to beta x on y multiplied by y minus y bar. So just put up all these values and the regression equation will be 0.353y minus 0.39, in which this minus 0.39 indicates the alpha or intercept, and this 0.353 indicates the regression coefficient x on y. And similarly regression equation y on x is equals to y minus y bar equals to regression coefficient to beta y on x multiplied by x minus x bar. So simply just put up all these values into this formula, and equation will be 1.8 plus 2.772x, in which this 1.8 indicates the intercept value and 2.772 indicates the regression coefficient y on x, which we already calculated here. So as you are seeing here that in all these calculation we needed only one thing, and that was the alpha, because regression coefficients are already calculated here. So I am going to discuss two another short formulas to calculate the intercept values. For intercept value of regression x on equation x on y, alpha will be equals to x bar minus beta y bar, beta x on y. So x bar is 11.34 mean of x, minus beta x on y is equals to 0.353 multiplied by y bar is 11.34, and in this way we can calculate intercept value for regression equation x on y minus 0.390. So if we calculate through this method, we do not need to use this method, because applying this we have two values. One is for intercept, and that is minus 0.390, and regression coefficient is already given here, 0.353. So as you are seeing here that alpha is minus 0.390, which we already calculated through this method, and regression coefficient 0.353, which is this. So we can use alternatively this method. Similarly, we can calculate intercept for regression equation y on x, that is equals to alpha equals to y bar minus beta x bar. So after putting the values into this formula, intercept for regression equation y on x is 1.8. So as you are seeing here that intercept is 1.8 and beta is also given here, so we can use alternatively this method too. Now we move to the question number 4. Take all possible samples of size 3 without replacement from the population 2, 6, 8, 12 and 14. Sample size is 3. So lowercase n is 3. Population is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So population size uppercase n is 5. So possible samples is 10 through combination method, because it is about the without replacement case. So in case of without replacement, we can obtain all possible samples through combination method. After this, the next process is the division of this question into three different parts. First part indicates, or in first part we calculate about the sample statistic. In the second part, we calculate the population parameters. Statistic and parameters about three things: mean, variance and standard deviation, because these three are asked here. So in this question, verification formulas are also given, and in the last step we apply these verification formulas. So first of all, make the samples. So 2, 6, 8, 2, 6, 12, 2, 6, 14, 2, 6, 8, 2, 6, 12, 2, 6, 14. After that, skip 6, 2, 8, 12, 2, 8, 14, 2, 8, 12, 2, 8, 14. After that, skip 8, 2, 12, 14, 2, 12, 14. Now, skip 2, because all the samples which we can make with the help of 2 are already obtained. So, skip 2 and take 6 into consideration. So, 6, 8, 12, 6, 8, 14. And 6, 12, 14. After that, skip 6 and take 8, 8, 12, 14. So it was the last possible sample consisting 3 values. After that, take the sum of each sample and finally take the mean of each sample and make the frequency distribution for these samples. So least value is 5.34. After that, 6.67, 7.34, 8. 8.67, 9.34, 10.67 and 11.34. Those are given here, and take the sum which we can obtain through this, that 5.34 is appeared one time, So frequency is 1. Similarly 6.67 is appeared 1 time, frequency is 1. 7.34 appeared 2 time, 1 and 2, so frequency is 2. So after that we need two more calculations, fx bar and fx bar square. Fx bar is simply the multiplication of these two, and sum is 84.05, sum of f is 10, and fx bar square is fx bar multiplied by x bar, 5.34 multiplied by 5.34 to 8.5156 and so on, and sum is 736.84. After obtaining this, just simply put up all these values into these three formulas. Mean, as you know, that equals to sum of fx over sum of f, so 8.4. Variance is sum of fx bar square over sum of f minus mean square, and after putting the values into this formula, variance is 3.04, and just simply take the under root of this variance, it will be equals to standard deviation, and that is 1.74. Now we move to the second part of the question, and that is the calculation of population parameters. So take the population 2, 6, 8, 12, 14, sum of x is 42, and take the square of each x value, 2 square 4, 6 square 36, 8 square 64 and so on, and sum is 444. And after that we calculate three parameters, same as we calculated in the case of the calculation of sample statistics. So mean, variance and standard deviation of population parameters. Always use uppercase letters while calculating parameters. It is necessary. So sum of uppercase x or uppercase n, mean is 8.4, variance is 18.24, and take the under root of this variance, which will be equals to standard deviation. And now apply the three verification formulas. Those are given here. Just pause the video and see the result, which we already discussed in the previous papers also, and you can see once again here. After that we move to the question number 5, construct index number for 1963. Sorry, it was mistake to 963. It was for 1963, using 1953 as base year by Lesper's index, Pastis and Fisher and Marshall, Edgeworth index. So in all previous question, almost this question was included in all previous papers. We need four calculations: sum of P0 Q0, P1 Q1, sum of P0 Q1, and sum of P1 Q0. Price of base year or first year is P0, quantity of first year is Q0, price of current year is P1, quantity of first year is Q1. Those are representing here. And just take the multiplication P0 Q0, 50 multiplied by 200, 10 multiplied by 330 and so on, sum is 150. P1 Q1, 40 multiplied by 10, 400, 5 multiplied by 8, 40 and so on, sum is 460. P0 Q1, P0 2 and Q1 40, 40 multiplied by 2, 80, 5 multiplied by 3, 15 and so on, sum is 115. And P1 Q0, P1 10 and Q0 50, so 500, 8 multiplied by 10, 80 and so on, sum is 600. Formula for Lesper's index for 1963, sum of P1 Q0 divided by sum of P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. After putting the values, index is 400. Pastis index, sum of P1 Q1 divided by sum of P0 Q1 multiplied by 100, and Pastis index is also 400. Fisher index, you can alternatively just simply multiply the Lesper's and Pastis index and take the under root. It will also be equals to Fisher index, but formula is also given here. Just apply this formula. This one, as you are noticing here, is representing the Lesper's index, and this part is representing the Pastis index. So after putting the values into this formula, Fisher index is 400 also. So Marshall Edgeworth, once again, as you are noticing here, that this part is indicating Lesper's and this part is indicating Pastis. Just simply add up these two and take the division and multiply with 100 the result, and Marshall Edgeworth index will be 400. Question number 6, part A. 2x minus 4 divided by 5x plus 2 equals to 4x minus 8 divided by 10x plus 3. just simply cross multiply these equation 2x minus 4 multiplied by 10x plus 3 and 4x minus 8 multiplied by 5x plus 2. Calculation is given here, and finally x will be equals to 2. B part is solve the following quadratic equation by quadratic formula. X square plus 2 equals to 9x. First of all, just arrange this equation and take this 9x from the right side and take it to the left side of the equation. It will become x square minus 9x plus 2. First part is indicating about A will be 1, B will be minus 9 and C will be 2. So simply put up all these values into this formula and x will be equals to 8.77 and 0.23. Question number 7, that find the solution set of the system of equations x plus y plus z equals to 6. Second equation 3x plus 2y minus z equals to 4, and third equation 3x plus y plus 2z equals to 11. So first of all, as you are noticing here that there are three variables x, y and z. First step, while calculating three variables through simultaneous linear equation method, that first take equation number 1 and 2 and eliminate one variable. After that, take equation number 2 and 3 and eliminate one variable. Variable should be same which you eliminated while in the first step, in which you took equation number 1 and 2. And method is given here, that take first two equations and multiply equation number 1 by 3 to eliminate x. So first of all, by changing the signs, we eliminated x, and remaining will be plus 3y minus 2y will be equals to y, and plus 3z plus z equals to 4z equals to 18 minus 4 will be equals to 14. So this will be equation number 4. Now in second step, take the equation number 2 and 3 and eliminate the same variable in which is eliminated in the first step. In first step we eliminated x, so in second step we also will eliminate x. So 3x plus 2y minus 4z equals to 4 and 3x plus y plus 2z equals to 11. There is no need to multiplication because 3x are the same. Just change the sign of the equation and you can eliminate x. So remaining will be 2y minus y will be equals to y, and minus z minus 2z will be equals to minus 3z, and 4 minus 11 will be equals to minus 7. So it will be equation number 5. So in third step, take these two equations, equation number 4 and equation number 5, and eliminate one more variable to calculate the individual one variable. So just changing the sign, this y can be eliminated and remaining will be 4z plus 3z equals to 7z equals to 14 plus 7 equals to 21. So z will be equals to 21 by 7, that is equals to 3. Now you have one variable value, and you can say that you have the value of z, and take this value of z and put it into equation number 4 or 5 as you want, and you can calculate the other value of variable. So put z equals to 3 in equation 4 or 5 to get y. So we selected here the equation number 4, y plus 4z equals to 14, z is equals to 3. So 4 multiplied by 3, 12 equals to 14. So this 12, when it goes to the other side of the equation, it will be changing to minus sign, and y will be equals to 2. Now you have two values, z and y. Take these two values and put it into equation number 1, 2 or 3, in which you have three variables. Just put these two variable values into the equation and calculate the third value of the third variable. So here we took the first equation x plus y plus z equals to 6 and just put it down the value of y and z, and you can calculate the value of x. So x will be 1, y will be 2 and z will be 3. B part of this question, that in a certain arithmetic progression the sum of the first 30 terms is 2700. So sum of first 30 term is 2700 and the first term is 3. Find the common difference and find the 30th term. So first important step is to calculate the D difference. So in the calculation of difference, you must have two terms, in which one term we already have alpha 1. First term, as you are seeing here, that first term is 30, so alpha 1 is 3, but we need to calculate the 30th term. So how can we calculate the 30th term? Here we first apply the formula of sum. So we have first term is 3 and sum of 30th term is sum of 30 terms is 27. So sum formula is equals to n by 2 multiplied by alpha 1 plus an. So sum of 30 terms is equals to n 30th term divided by 2 multiplied by first term, that is 3 plus 30th term. We don't have 30th term, and in this way we can calculate 30th term. So sum of 30 term is 2700 equals to 30 by 2 equals to 15 multiplied by 3 plus alpha 30. And mathematically we just arrange this equation and we can calculate the 30th term, and that is 177. Now we have two terms, first term and 30th term. First term is 3, which is given in the question, and 30th term is calculated through this method. So 30th term is 177. Now we can apply the formula for difference. Alpha n equals to alpha 1 plus n minus 1 multiplied by d, and alpha n, that is 30th term, equals to first term plus n is 30 minus 1 multiplied by d. 30th term is 177 equals to first term is equals to 3, and 30 minus 1 is equals to 29d. Here this is not 3d, alpha 1 or equals to. So 29d here, that is 90, and here 29d plus 3 equals to 177, and 29d equals to 177 minus 3, and 29d equals to 174, and 174 divided by that is 6. So difference is 6 here. So right, difference is 6. Now we move to the question number 8. Part A, solve the following sets of equation with the help of matrices x plus y equals to 8, 2x minus y equals to 7. So first equation is this, second equation is this. First of all, make the matrix 1, 1, 2, minus 1. There are two variables x and y equals to, third is 8 and 7. And x is equals to determinant of dx divided by d determinant, and y is equals to determinant of dy divided by d determinant. And d determinant is equals to 1 multiplied by minus 1 minus 1 multiplied by 2, and the determinant is minus 3. Now take this column, put it here, and take the determinant once again. So 8 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by 7, which will produce minus 15, Now take this matrix or column and put it here, and take the determinant once again. So 1 multiplied by 7 minus 8 multiplied by 2, that will be equals to minus 9. Now put up the values into these formulas, and x will be 5 and y will be 3. B part, that if A matrix is 1 4 3 2 1 8 1 1 2, B matrix is 2 1 2 0 4 8 6 1 4, find A plus B and A B. We already did several times in the previous papers. That addition is very simple, that 1 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 3 plus 2 and so on, and addition of these two matrices will produce this. And after that, multiplication is also very simple. First row multiplied by first column, here first row multiplied by second column, first row multiplied by third column, and similarly we just change the row and rest of the process is same. Second row multiplied by first column, second row multiplied by second column, second row multiplied by third column, which is given here, and similarly the multiplication with third row. And finally multiplication of these two will produce this 20 20 46, 52 14 44, 14 7 and 18. Question number 9, part A. A bookseller receives net price rupees 1800 for 20 mathematics books after allowing a discount of 15% and 12% for each. Find the market price of a book. So if bookseller gives 15% discount, then price he receives is 85%, which is 1800. Then market price will be 1800 divided by 85 multiplied by 100, 2117.64. Each book market price is 2117.64 divided by 20 is equals to 105.882. And after that, if bookseller gives 12% discount, then price he receives is 88%, which is 1800. Then market price will be 1800 divided by 88 multiplied by 100, 2045.45. And because this market price is about the 20 books, if you want to calculate the price of one book, so simply divide this by 20. And this will be price of each book, 102.27. Part B, that a man wishes to deposit enough money today so that his son can withdraw rupees 2500 at the end of each year. So annuity case applied, because there is a case of multiple receipts. So 2500 will be R, and how much deposit? So it means he want to ask you about the present value. If the interest rate is 6% compounded annually, so interest rate will be 0.06 and n will be 10. So it is the formula of present value of an annuity, and it is the case of ordinary annuity, because at the end of each year. So if it is the case of end of each time period, that it is the case of ordinary annuity. So just apply this formula and put up all the values into this formula, and present value will be 18400.22. So thank you very much. Soon I will come with another paper. So just practice this. Stay safe, stay blessed, and take care of your loved ones, your respondents, and the peoples around you. Thank you.